Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change everything you thought you knew about attraction. You might think women are all about looks, money, or status, but that's where most men get it completely wrong. If you've ever been frustrated, confused, or just plain angry about why the women you want aren't falling for you, it's because you're missing something crucial. Today, I'm revealing 9 traits that have nothing to do with being a model or a millionaire. These traits are so powerful that once you master them, you'll have women coming to you, chasing you, wanting you. And here's the best part. It's not about faking it. It's about transforming yourself into a man they can't resist. This isn't a trick. This is psychology, and you're going to use it to control how she sees you and feels about you. But before we dive into these powerful traits, I want you to do 2 things. First, drop a comment below and tell me which trait you think is the most important when it comes to attraction. I'll be reading every single one because I want to know what you believe sets a man apart. And second, make sure to hit that like button right now. Not only does it help more people discover this video, but by liking it, you're telling YouTube that this content matters to you. That way, they'll recommend it to you again, so you can revisit these lessons whenever you need a reminder. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the very end, because by the time we're done, you'll have the tools to completely transform the way women see you. 1. Confidence, without arrogance. Let me break it down for you. Confidence is the key to attraction, but not in the way most men think. It's not about being loud, obnoxious, or trying to show off to prove you're the alpha male. Confidence is deeper than that, and much more subtle. It's the energy you project when you walk into a room and know you belong there. It's in the way you carry yourself when you're faced with a challenge. Think back to a time when you felt absolutely secure in your abilities. Maybe it was at work, or during a moment where you handled a tough situation with grace. Did you feel the need to shout about it? No. That quiet self-assurance is what confidence truly is. And here's the thing, real confidence can't be faked. Arrogance, on the other hand, is insecurity dressed up in a cheap disguise. When you try to force confidence by boasting or trying to belittle others, people can see right through it. And trust me, women are repelled by it. What they're attracted to is a man who doesn't need to prove himself, a man who is so sure of his own worth that he doesn't need validation from anyone else. This kind of confidence speaks volumes without you saying a word. But how do you get there? It's not just about pretending to be confident until you make it. It's about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, facing your fears head-on, and building your inner resilience over time. Confidence grows from experience, from doing hard things and surviving them. Every time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, you're stacking up those wins and reinforcing that sense of inner strength. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude this unshakable sense of self because it signals that you're capable of handling life and, by extension, capable of handling a relationship with them. Next time you find yourself in a group setting, resist the urge to overtalk. Let your presence speak for itself. Notice how people gravitate toward you when you're comfortable with silence. And don't feel the need to explain your every move. Master this and watch how your natural confidence grows. Confidence isn't about shouting to be heard. It's about being so sure of yourself that people lean in to listen. 2. Emotional intelligence and empathy. Here's the truth most men don't want to admit. Being emotionally intelligent is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your arsenal. We've all been told to man up, to hide our emotions and be tough. But guess what? Women don't want a man who's emotionally unavailable. They want a man who understands his own emotions and, more importantly, understands theirs. Emotional intelligence is about more than just recognizing feelings. It's about reading between the lines and understanding the unspoken. It's about tuning into what she's not saying, but what she's feeling. Think about a time when you really listened to someone, not just heard their words, but felt what they were saying. Maybe it was a friend going through a tough time, or a moment when someone opened up to you. That deep connection you felt in that moment, that's what emotional intelligence is. It's not about solving their problems, it's about being present, acknowledging their feelings, and making them feel seen. Now this is where most men screw up. When a woman shares her emotions, they jump into fix-it mode. That's not what she wants. She doesn't need you to solve her problems. She needs you to understand them. Women are drawn to men who can sit with their emotions, reflect them back, and make them feel understood. It's rare, and that's why it's so attractive. Practice active listening. Next time you're talking to a woman and she's sharing her thoughts, don't interrupt with solutions. Instead, say, "That sounds really tough. I can't imagine what that feels like." You'll be amazed at how much deeper your conversations will go. And when she feels like you get her, that's when the magic happens. The key to a woman's heart isn't solving her problems. It's understanding her feelings. 3. Ambition and drive. Let me make this as clear as possible. Ambition is sexy, but ambition isn't just about wanting more money, a bigger house, or a fancy car. It's about having a purpose, a mission, something you're striving for that gives your life direction and meaning. Women are incredibly attracted to men who have a clear sense of where they're going in life, even if they're not there yet. It's the drive, the hustle, the fact that you're working towards something that makes you stand out from the crowd. Think about the last time you set a goal for yourself and pushed yourself to achieve it. Maybe it was hitting a new milestone at work, getting in shape, or learning a new skill. The satisfaction of knowing you were working towards something greater than yourself, that's ambition. Women can sense when a man is on a mission. It signals that you're a man with direction, someone who won't settle for mediocrity. That's attractive because it shows you're not just living for today, you've got a vision for the future. Here's what you need to understand. It's not about where you are right now, it's about where you're going. You don't have to be at the top yet, but you do need to be on your way there. Women are naturally drawn to men who are passionate about something, who have a fire inside them that drives them forward. When you're working toward a goal, it's not just about the outcome, it's about the energy you bring to the process. And that energy is contagious. Set a personal or professional goal for yourself right now. It could be as small as reading a book, learning a new skill, or starting a side hustle. The point is to have something you're working toward. When you have a goal, you'll find that your passion and drive become more apparent in everything you do, and women will notice. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're going. A man with a purpose is a man she'll follow. 4. Humor and playfulness. Humor is your secret weapon, but not just any kind of humor. Playfulness is what sets you apart. Life is tough, and everyone has their own struggles. But the guys who can make women laugh through the hard times are the ones who stand out. Women want to be around men who make them feel light, who bring fun and joy into their lives. If you can make her laugh, you're already halfway there. Think about the last time you turned an awkward or stressful situation into something funny. Maybe it was a joke, a light-hearted comment, or even just making fun of yourself. That ability to find humor in life's ups and downs is incredibly attractive because it shows resilience. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you can navigate life with ease. Women are drawn to men who can make them laugh because humor creates an instant connection. It breaks down barriers, makes you more approachable, and creates a shared experience. And here's the thing, your humor doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about being a comedian. It's about being authentic, being yourself, and showing that you can enjoy life even when it gets tough. Start incorporating humor into your daily interactions. Don't be afraid to laugh at yourself or make a playful joke. When you show that you can be light-hearted, especially in serious situations, it signals that you're confident and in control. Women will gravitate toward that. Make her laugh and she'll remember you. Keep her laughing and she won't want to leave. 5. Stability and dependability. Let's talk about stability. And no, I'm not just talking about financial stability. Emotional stability is what women crave. They want to know that when life gets tough, you won't crumble. They want a man who is dependable, someone they can count on, not just in good times, but when things get hard. Think about it. What's more attractive than someone who has their life together? Someone who doesn't get thrown off course by every bump in the road. That's what emotional stability is, and it's a huge turn-on. When you're stable, it shows that you're reliable, that you've got your life together, and that you can handle whatever comes your way. Women want a man who can be their rock, who can be strong when they need it most. And let's be honest, life is unpredictable. There will always be challenges, but when you're the guy who stays calm, collected and grounded, you instantly become more attractive. Build stability in your own life first. Focus on creating routines that give you structure, whether it's working out regularly, managing your finances, or sticking to a schedule. When you show that you're dependable in your own life, you'll naturally become someone women can rely on. In a world of uncertainty, be her constant. That's the kind of stability she'll never want to let go of. 6. Passion and enthusiasm. Here's the truth. Passion is contagious. When you're passionate about something, it lights you up from the inside out, and women are drawn to that energy. Passion isn't just about being obsessed with work or a hobby. It's about having a zest for life, a curiosity, and a hunger to experience everything life has to offer. Women want a man who's excited about living, someone who sees the world with enthusiasm and brings that energy into every part of his life. Think about the last time you were truly passionate about something. Maybe it was a project, a goal, or even just an idea. That feeling of being completely absorbed, where time flies by because you're so into it. That's what passion is, and it's magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to men who have that fire inside them because it signals that you're fully engaged with life. Identify something you're passionate about and make time for it. Whether it's learning something new, exploring a hobby, or pursuing a goal, make sure you're living with enthusiasm. When you're passionate about your own life, women will be passionate about being part of it. Passion is what turns an ordinary man into someone unforgettable. 7. Mystery and independence. Here's the thing about mystery. It's a lost art, and yet it's one of the most powerful ways to keep a woman intrigued. Most men think the way to win someone over is to give everything up front, lay all their cards on the table, and tell her everything about themselves from the start. But here's the reality. Women love mystery. They are naturally curious beings, and when you give them just enough to be interested but leave some things unsaid, they will want to know more. They'll want to peel back the layers and discover more about you over time. This sense of intrigue keeps the relationship fresh, exciting, and engaging. Now, mystery isn't about playing games or being dishonest. It's about maintaining an element of independence, living your life, having your own interests, and not feeling the need to constantly overshare. Women are drawn to men who have their own world, who are not dependent on them for validation or happiness. When you have your own life outside of the relationship, it shows you're self-sufficient. And this independence makes her want to be a part of your world, not all of it. Think about the last time you got really into a hobby, a project, or something that captured your attention. Did you notice how absorbed you became, how your focus shifted? That's the kind of energy that signals independence. You're a man on a mission, with your own interests and passions, and women can't resist that because it shows you're not needy or clingy. You're secure in who you are, and she has to work to uncover more about you. Maintain your independence. Keep pursuing your own interests and passions, even in a relationship. Let her come to you with curiosity about your life. Don't overshare right away. Give her the space to explore and uncover more about you over time. This keeps the relationship exciting and full of discovery. A man who is a mystery to be explored keeps her engaged. Independence is the key to maintaining that mystery. 8. Kindness and compassion. Kindness is one of the most underrated yet powerful traits a man can have. In a world where so many people are focused on themselves, being genuinely kind and compassionate makes you stand out from the crowd. But here's where most men get it wrong. Kindness isn't about being a pushover or letting people walk all over you. It's about being empathetic, understanding, and showing genuine care for others without expecting anything in return. Think back to a moment when you did something kind for someone without expecting a reward. Maybe it was a small gesture, like helping someone with a task, offering support when they were down, or just being there when they needed someone. That kind of selfless compassion is incredibly attractive to women because it shows that you're not just focused on your own needs. You're someone who cares about the well-being of others, and that's rare. But here's the kicker. Kindness doesn't mean being overly accommodating to the point where you neglect yourself. It's about having the strength to stand up for what's right, while still being compassionate. Women respect men who can be both kind and strong, who can show empathy while maintaining their own boundaries. Make kindness a part of your everyday life. Whether it's helping a friend, being there for someone in need, or simply treating people with respect, these small acts of kindness add up. Women notice how you treat others, and if they see that you're consistently kind, it tells them you'll likely treat them with the same care and respect. True kindness isn't about being weak. It's about being strong enough to care for others while respecting yourself. 9. Physical presence and charisma. Now, let's talk about physical presence and charisma. Yes, looks can play a role in attraction, but here's the truth. Charisma trumps physical appearance every time. Charisma is that magnetic energy that draws people toward you without you having to say a word. It's in how you carry yourself, how you move through the world, and how you engage with others. Women are drawn to men who walk with purpose, who stand tall, and who exude confidence, not just in how they look, but in how they feel about themselves. Think about a time when you walked into a room and felt completely in control of the situation. Maybe it was the way you greeted people, the eye contact you made, or the calm confidence you projected. That's charisma in action. It's not about being loud or the center of attention. It's about commanding the space around you in a way that makes people want to engage with you. Women are highly attuned to this kind of energy because it signals strength, security, and self-assurance. But here's the catch. Charisma can be developed. It's not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate by becoming more self-aware and improving how you present yourself. Start by working on your body language. Stand tall, make eye contact, and project confidence through your movements. Next, focus on your voice. Speak with clarity and conviction, and don't rush your words. Charisma is all about making people feel like you're in control, not just of the conversation, but of yourself. And yes, physical presence matters too. Taking care of your appearance, whether that's staying in shape, dressing well, or maintaining good hygiene, signals that you respect yourself. When you respect yourself, others will follow suit. Practice mindful body language. Start by walking with purpose. Stand tall, make eye contact, and slow down your movements. When you enter a room, take a moment to center yourself before engaging. Charisma is all about confidence and control, and when you exude it, you'll notice how people naturally gravitate toward you. Charisma isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about making people want to know more about you without you saying a word. All right, now you have the 9 traits that make a man absolutely irresistible. But here's the thing. Knowing these traits isn't enough. You have to take action. Start working on these traits today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Whether it's building your confidence, becoming more emotionally intelligent, or finding something you're passionate about, it all starts with one small step. Remember, these aren't just tricks to attract women. They're habits that will elevate your entire life. And here's what I want you to do next. Comment below with the trait you're going to focus on first. Let me know what action you're taking to improve yourself. Then, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in my next videos, I'm going to give you even more insights to help you on this journey of becoming the best version of yourself. And if you haven't liked this video yet, do it now. That way, YouTube will keep recommending content like this to you, so you stay on track. Remember, change starts with commitment. The only thing standing between you and the man you want to be is action. So go out there, apply these traits, and watch how your life transforms.